He kept it in his pocket every single day. A small metal badge, worn smooth by decades of hidden pride. The students who mocked him never saw it. The teachers who dismissed him never knew what it meant. But when evil came to Lincoln High School, that badge and the man who earned it saved them all. From which city in the world are you watching this video today? Let us know in the comments. And if you believe stories like this deserve to be told, hit that subscribe button. Henry Walsh wakes up at 5:30 a.m., just like every other day. He's 58 years old, gray-haired, with weathered lines marking his face. He always wears the same navy blue work coveralls, black boots on his feet. As he leaves his house, he slips a small metal object into his pocket. The same motion every morning, a ritual unchanged for 33 years. When he arrives at Lincoln High School, it's only 6:15 a.m. The school corridors are empty, silent. Henry takes out his keys, unlocks the door. The moment he steps inside, he listens to the school. No sounds. Everything normal. This habit is also 33 years old. Listen first, then move. He pulls his supplies from the custodial closet. Mop, detergent, trash bags. He prepares his cart, plans his route mentally. The same route every day. Main hallway, classrooms, cafeteria, gymnasium, back to main hallway. But his eyes don't just see dirt. They search for other things. At 7:30 a.m., the first students begin to arrive. Henry pulls his cart aside, waits for them to pass. Nobody looks at him. 16-year-old Emma Rodriguez complains to her friend, "That old janitor's everywhere. It's like he's watching us." Her friend laughs. "Ignore him, Emma. He's just doing his job. Nobody pays attention to him anyway." Henry hears but doesn't react. He just lowers his head, continues sweeping. But Emma's words are true. He is watching. Just not for the reasons anyone knows. As he passes the teacher's lounge, he hears the conversation inside. "That janitor is by the cafeteria again?" says math teacher Mrs. Carter. "It's like he's listening to the students." "Strange man," replies English teacher Mr. Thompson. "Doesn't talk, just watches. Bit unsettling." Henry stops, places his hand on the cold metal in his pocket. That badge reminds him who he is. But not now. Not yet. In the cafeteria during lunch break, while students sit at tables, Henry collects plates. A group of senior students talks behind him. "Hey, look," says Jason Miller, one of the school bullies. "Mop Man's here." His friends laugh. Henry pauses with the plates in his hands. "Seriously, what's this guy even doing here?" says another. "Is he living off our tax money?" "Maybe he's an ex-con," adds Jason. "That's why he can't find other work." Henry sets down the plates, turns his eyes to Jason. For a moment, just a brief moment, Jason sees something in that look. Something deep, cold, dangerous. But the moment passes, and Henry walks away, pushing his cart. Jason asks his friends, "Why did he look at me like that?" But nobody answers. At 2:15 p.m., while Henry is checking supplies in the janitor's closet, he hears Principal Williams calling. "Mr. Walsh," the principal calls, "could you come to my office?" Henry washes his hands, goes to the principal's office. The principal sits behind his desk, looking serious. "Mr. Walsh, some teachers have made complaints about you," the principal says. "They say you're watching students too closely." Henry says nothing. "Do you understand?" The principal continues. "This situation could cause discomfort among parents. I'm asking you to focus only on your cleaning duties." Henry nods. "I understand." "Good. I don't want to repeat this conversation. As Henry leaves the principal's office, he touches the badge in his pocket. That badge reminds him of everything. Who needs to be protected? What needs to be watched? What sacrifices have been made? That evening, as he drives home, he looks at Lincoln High School's security cameras. Old habit. He evaluates every corner, every angle, notes blind spots, calculates where someone could enter. At home, eating dinner alone, he watches the news on television. Another school shooting, more victims, more families crying. Henry sets down his plate, takes the badge from his pocket. There's a worn eagle figure on it, small letters reading U.S. Army Special Forces. Below that, Distinguished Service Cross, the Medal for Valor. Henry has 3 at home, but this is the most important. The one he earned in Afghanistan. The day he saved 18 civilians. But he's no longer Major Henry Walsh. Now he's just Henry the Janitor. And this role suits him perfectly. Invisible, unnoticed, but seeing everything. The next morning, Tuesday, November 15th, Henry wakes at 5:30 as usual. But today something's different. There's tension in the air. His 6th sense is active. The instinct learned in war, the one that warns when danger approaches. When he arrives at school, he listens as always. This time he pauses. Something's wrong. The door should be locked, but it's not. Slightly, almost imperceptibly, ajar. Henry enters, but this time he moves differently. Silently, carefully. As he scans the corridor, he moves his right hand to his pocket. The badge is there, and beneath it, a small button nobody knows about. Emergency signal button. In the main hallway, he sees one of the lockers is open. Jason Miller's locker. Inside is something that shouldn't normally be there. A large black bag. Henry approaches, opens the bag. What's inside freezes his blood. Semi-automatic weapon, spare magazines, hand grenade, and a list. Names, teacher names, student names. Henry's name is also on the list. At the top. He immediately presses the button in his pocket. The secret signal goes to police, but they need time to arrive. He closes the bag, puts it back in place. Jason isn't at school yet, but he'll be here soon. At 7:45 a.m., Jason Miller enters the school. But this morning, he looks different. His eyes are cold, determined. He heads straight to his locker. Henry stands 30 meters behind him, behind the cleaning cart. Jason takes out the bag, opens it, checks the weapon, loads the magazine. Henry must act now. The police haven't arrived yet. The hallway is filling with students. Time is running out. "Jason!" Henry calls out. Jason turns, smiles when he sees Henry. "Ah, Mop Man, I was just looking for you." "What are you targeting?" Henry asks calmly. "Everyone," says Jason, pulling out the weapon, "but especially you." The hallway suddenly fills with panic. Students scream, start running. Jason points the weapon at Henry. "For 3 years you've been watching me," Jason shouts. "For 3 years you've been following me everywhere." "Because I knew this day would come," Henry says. Jason pulls the trigger, but Henry is no longer there. 33 years of old habits return. Henry lunges forward, grabs Jason's wrist, pushes up. The weapon fires into the ceiling. Students are running in the hallway, but the exits are blocked. Jason jumps on Henry. They struggle. Jason is young and strong, but Henry is trained. He takes the weapon from his hands, throws it away. "You still don't understand," Jason gasps. "This is just the beginning. There are others too." At that moment, Henry hears it. Other gunshots, coming from the cafeteria. Henry knocks Jason unconscious, starts running. Toward the cafeteria, toward the students' screams. In the cafeteria are two more people, Tyler Brooks and Marcus King, both close friends of Jason's. They have weapons in their hands, firing at students cowering behind tables. Henry stops, assesses the situation. 50 students trapped, 2 armed attackers. He has no weapon, but he needs a plan. He takes the badge from his pocket, drops it on the ground. He's no longer Henry Walsh. Now he's Major Walsh, 82nd Airborne Division, Special Forces. He enters silently through the cafeteria's back door, comes up behind Tyler, wraps his arm around his neck, renders him unconscious in seconds. Marcus turns, but it's too late. Henry takes Marcus's weapon, moves to a defensive position, protects the students. "Everyone get down," he commands. "Keep your heads down." His voice carries authority, the tone of someone accustomed to command. The students obey immediately. Police sirens can be heard. Finally, they've arrived. But Henry remains alert. There could be more attackers. He stands at the cafeteria door, weapon ready. His eyes scan every corner, until police forces enter. "Drop the weapon!" the police shout. Henry slowly places the weapon on the ground, raises his hands. "I'm Henry Walsh, the school janitor," he says. "The attackers have been neutralized." Police Chief Martinez approaches Henry. "You stopped all of them?" Henry shows his badge. "Yes." Martinez looks at the badge. His eyes widen. "Special Forces?" "Yes." "How long have you been working here?" 15 years. "And nobody knew?" Henry shakes his head. "They didn't need to know." Ambulances arrive. The wounded are treated. Thankfully, no deaths. Only minor injuries. Thanks to Henry's quick intervention. After the incident, the entire school learns Henry's true identity. Former students, teachers, parents come to thank him. Emma Rodriguez approaches Henry, her eyes teary. "Mr. Walsh, I'm sorry," she says. "I misunderstood you." Henry smiles. "You didn't misunderstand me, Emma. I really was just a janitor. Until that day." Principal Williams also comes to shake hands. "Mr. Walsh, why didn't you tell us your real identity?" "Because what mattered wasn't who I was, but what I did," Henry says. "And I've been doing the same job for 33 years, protecting people." Jason Miller is in the hospital under police guard. Tyler and Marcus are also in custody. How detailed their plans were is revealed. They had been preparing for months, but they couldn't account for Henry. That evening, Henry sits at home watching the news on television. The story of the Lincoln High School hero is on every channel, but he changes the channel. The next morning, Henry wakes again at 5:30. He puts on the same navy blue coveralls, the same black boots. He puts the badge in his pocket. When he arrives at Lincoln High School, a crowd is waiting at the school gate. Students, teachers, parents, everyone is applauding. Henry gets out of his car, waves to them, but then he continues with his work, because he's still Henry the janitor and still on duty. Now the only difference is that nobody ignores him. Nobody makes him the subject of jokes, because now they all know. Sometimes heroes don't wear uniforms. Sometimes they just do their jobs, wait quietly, and stay ready for the coming danger. Henry Walsh was ready for 33 years, and when that day came, he proved he was ready. And now, everyone at Lincoln High School knows they're safe, because their janitor isn't just a janitor. He's a guardian, a protector, a hero. and he continues to carry that badge in his pocket every day. Have you ever met someone like Henry? Someone who never asked for recognition but carried more than most could imagine? Share their name in the comments below. Let this space become more than a video. Let it be a place where memory lives and silence is respected. Hit the subscribe button to support the channel. Because some legends don't need medals. They just need someone willing to tell their story. Thank you for watching The Real Heroes Stories. We'll see you in the next one.